And it's not that we can't have a girlfriend or we can't have, friends or whatever. It's that we need to dedicate our heart, mind, and soul to the love of God, not to the love of somebody else. In fact, if we love somebody else more than God, that's actually against universal law and the laws of God. We're supposed to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, and soul first. And once we're doing that, we can love our neighbor as ourselves. And who's our closer neighbor but our companion or our wife, husband, whatever? And so we need to get in alignment first. And so yes, they do teach the initiates, and they have many initiations in the love temple where they take them and they take their mind and they look at their life and see what they've done, and they ask questions. It's almost like being in a hypnotic state where they bring out any of the shadow work. Now, I did a lot of shadow work with shamans, and the shamans do the shadow work because they know we've got to get rid of our shadow. And so I learned a lot from Native American and South American shamans, and even met some shamans from Europe. And Africa has fantastic shamans, and so shamans are all over the world, and they are doing the work. Even in Australia, there's shamans. And Hawaii, I met the kahunas, who are the shamans of the Hawaiian Islands. So if you're not sure what to do, find a good shaman that's following their path, and they will help you with your shadow self. Okay. So C is the root and continues D, E, etc. A and B are up above. Okay, so please give the correspondence of musical notes to the chakras again. Okay, I think it's important that we do this, because as we go through the chakras, they align with different notes. And believe me, the notes have been altered in current music. And the masters, like Bach, Beethoven, Michelangelo, all these guys that created music, they did it according to the true vibration of each chakra, starting with C. Now, the way I remember that the root chakra is C is the note that most music begins with. It's in the key of C, which has no sharps or flats. They usually just use, the 7 main keys: C, D, E, F, G, A, B. There's only, those notes through G. And, it's interesting that this is A, this is B, but this in the 8th chakra goes back to C again, and so forth. So the 9th chakra is a D. The 10th chakra is an E, and so forth. So as you're going through the chakras, just remember you start in the main notes of C. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so the heart, remember, is F. And so the F, I've got a homeopathic that resonates with the heart, and it strengthens the heart as you take it. It's a very powerful thing. Now, Dr. Dolowitz, we actually stayed with this Dr. Dolowitz, who was a Harvard-trained dentist who was very against vaccinations. And he was teaching that 528 is the hertz of the heart, the vibration of the heart, 528 hertz. And it's actually been moved through the Kabbalah down to 512. So it's actually a little dissonant to the true key of F. And so, whenever you're taking stuff, make sure your person working with you understands the frequencies of everything. Luckily, I was a trained professional musician. I got paid to do music. In fact, our band went and played all over the place, and we got paid. And we tried to make an album, but back then you had to weasel your way in, and it was dog eat dog, and I was young, and to tell you the truth, God changed my mind in what I needed to do. I needed to go to medical school, and even though I was trained in music. But I had the choice: become a seminary teacher, a musician, or a doctor. And as I thought about it, well, God told me to be a doctor, and I've never seen a doctor who doesn't have adequate money. So I guess the doctor, I've seen plenty of musicians that don't, and plenty of seminary teachers that are very poor. And so, it's interesting how I went about making choices. But because God told me to become a medical doctor, I did. And that's why I did. Okay. Barry Goldstein currently, I think, is one of my favorite musicians as far as getting the resonance and the notes correct, the vibrations correct. I love Barry Goldstein. And Jonathan Goldstein is another. I don't know what it is about these Jewish people with the last names Goldstein, but they are aligned. When I went to Israel, the alphabet of the Hebrew alphabet resonates with the notes of the chakras. In fact, we had a demonstration where he blew through a horn a note of the Hebrew alphabet, and the alphabet appeared in the sand that he was blowing the note down in with this horn. And I was like, holy cow, it resonates with it. And we've seen these videos where frequencies make different designs. And as they become more attuned, they can compartmentalize even. And so music and the spoken word is very important. In fact, I had a blessing where my voice was to project the healing sounds of God. And I'm supposed to do that for you right now. So we'll do that. We'll start out in the F. Om Hangir. That was E. That was the D. That was C. Now we're going to go up into E above in the throat chakra. Whenever I do that throat chakra, boy, people get hit really hard who are not speaking their truth. And it helps realign them to the truth. And then we'll go up. Now, when I do my toning, I'm actually doing some octave work too. So we're going to go up into the 6th chakra, or the 3rd eye. Now we're going to go up into the 7th chakra. Now we'll go into the 8th. can go into the different chakras and augment them to make people heal. And there are colors associated with each chakra too. And as we align ourselves and clear out the shadow distorts our chakras, our energy centers. It distorts the colors of our perfect body when we are not aligned, and the shadow changes things and it diminishes our powers. But as we align ourselves to God and align our chakras to the notes, we actually augment our energy and powers from God. So it's very important to remember all of this. Okay. No, Schumann resonance at a higher level does not disrupt nature. What happens when there's more energy to the Schumann resonance? It actually raises the vibration of everything. And that's what the energy of the cosmos is trying to do for us right now, is wake us up. We want to be awake, not woke. We want to be awake. So I hope you understand the difference between that, because woke just means you're vibrating wherever the cabal wants you to be. And people are following that because they're being mind controlled and being controlled by the AI. Okay, what do we need to know about CERN? What can we remember or do to redirect its effect? CERN opened up a dangerous portal that let in some negative entities from other dimensions. And so what we need to do is clear those out and ask God to take care of all of the beings who are not resonating where we want to go. And these teachings of the initiations teach us where we are going to be able to go through the ascension process. Now, when enough of us are resonating in the ascension process, that's when the 100th monkey effect will happen. And everyone will awaken to the universal laws and truth, and their minds will be cleared. But we've got to get those of us who are wanting to go on this path, we need to be on the path and be doing the things to go through the initiatory efforts. And that's why Saint Germain had me teach the initiation temples. They teach us the basics of what we need to know. And that's why we're going through these things. Okay. Yes, I did take the ayahuasca in Peru, and I took the San Pedro, which is another pure herb. In fact, when I took the San Pedro, I could look into rocks with that X-ray vision. I could look through people. I could see through buildings. It was really strange when I was going through that. And that continued for a while. And it made me fall in love with yellow flowers, because for some reason, the yellow just brought me so much joy. And if you think about the yellow, I needed that happiness and joy for my pancreas in my 3rd chakra, the solar plexus, color yellow. Isn't that interesting? So, yes, it's very, very good. Okay. Okay, when you sounded chakra 7 and 8, I heard no sound on my computer. Is that above sound? It might be above the frequency of your computer to put out, but it's there. So let's give everybody a blessing. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight and participating. We love you. We honor you. I love you. I honor you. And I thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to give you a blessing now. In the name of the Almighty, I am that I am, and by virtue of the great divine director, the Holy Spirit of God, who commanded me to bless all humans on and off planet Earth, we give you a blessing for your behalf. We call forth the ascended masters, the ascended beings of light and love, the initiation teachers to come to you and assist you with these teachings, to give you second witnesses that what we are teaching is aligned with the God of the universe. We bless you that your hearts will be open to the love of God and your minds will be open to the love of God. Your souls will open up and be filled with the love of God, so that you are filled with the love of God in your heart, mind, and soul. And we bless you that you can bring that love to your neighbors and bring them the energy of God's love. I bless you, and God blesses you with these things. And the great divine director directs us to continue on the initiation path so that we can go and get ready for the ascension that is coming soon. We bless each of you that you will seek intelligence of God, seek the marvels and the universal laws. Research these things yourself and know that what we are teaching is in alignment with the law of one, the law of the oneness of God, which is in all of us. We bless you that you will be strong and healthy, that your organs, your systems will regenerate, that you'll be able to go to the regeneration temple and create regeneration in your bodies. Create regeneration in your bodies. Create regeneration in your bodies with the law of three. Say it 3 times and you will feel the regeneration in your bodies. We bless you that you will follow all the initiations and review them and know them in your hearts, because these are the things that will truly manifest perfection within your body, mind, and soul, and bring your heart into the alignment with the love of God. We seal these blessings upon you and do it in the name of the Almighty. I am that I am, the creator of the multiverse. So be it, so it is. God bless you all. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same station.